Hello, my wonderful, beautiful humans watching this video. I am so excited to get this video out to you guys. Sorry, it has been a while since I've taken the time to make a video for you guys. I've been in school this semester, and so it's been a little wild trying to get a video together, but I had some time today and I really felt like this was something important to share because the holidays are approaching. Thanksgiving is coming this week on Thursday, and it can be a tough time for those struggling with their relationship with food, with their body, and as someone who is human and continues to struggle at times, and as someone who dealt with an eating disorder, I know how it is to kind of feel out of control during this time or feel like you're not having fun or enjoying the moment. So I thought to share with you guys some tips on how to enjoy the holidays and really any meal and any time of the year, but especially the holidays when we're trying to enjoy time with our families and obviously with the food that we're having. Alright, for this video, I'm going to be following this handy little paper that I found at my university's Women Services and Resources, and it gives 10 points on having a healthy relationship with food. And the first is rejecting the diet mentality. A lot of the times we try to go on a diet and we feel like that's going to help us lose weight or look the way that we want to look, but especially around the holidays and really any time, putting ourselves on a diet doesn't really work, and most times you end up gaining the weight back and maybe even more than where you began, and it kind of puts you in this dangerous position where you could develop some unhealthy habits. So really understanding that you can trust your body, that you don't need to go on a diet, that you don't need to look a certain way, and that you can learn to intuitively eat, to listen to your body and what it needs. And sometimes it's a little more, sometimes it's a little less, but really finding that balance is the first step in having a great holiday season and really starting off a great year. Point number 2 is honoring your hunger. Sometimes, especially when we've been trapped in a diet mentality for so long, it's hard to try to recognize when you're actually hungry, when you're not hungry, and you can find yourself binging or restricting too much. And so I think it's very important to really be present with yourself, to take the time to recognize when you are biologically hungry, when your stomach needs some food, some energy, and trying to avoid the point where you're feeling like you're starving, but recognizing when your body needs a little energy. And this is especially important during the holidays when sometimes we feel like, oh, I'm not gonna eat all day and save all of my stomach space for the evening, where then I'm gonna eat everything that I never allow myself to have, and everything like that. So those thoughts, it might make sense in our heads, but to our bodies, we're putting our body in a stress mode where we're not being fed, where it's trying to hold on to anything that you put into it, where once you finally get to dinner time, and sometimes in the holidays it can be at a later time in the day, if you didn't feed your body all day, it's gonna really come back at you. It's gonna want to get that food. It might lead to some binging, and it's just not healthy for your body to be in such a stress mode with low blood sugar levels and everything like that. So it's important that you keep your body continuously fed throughout the day. Feed your body foods that make you happy. They don't have to be healthy foods to kind of make up for whatever in the evening, but just food that makes you happy, that lets you have energy throughout the day, so that when you get to the evening, you can be your best self, have energy, enjoy the food without feeling like you overstepped yourself or that you dishonored your body. Point number 3 is making peace with food. So telling yourself that you can't have something and that you can have something sometimes really leads to feelings of deprivation and can sometimes lead to binging, which is what we don't want. And if you do end up binging, don't worry. You can make peace with yourself. You can offer yourself grace and say, hey, this is a learning moment. But really understanding that you're not good or bad for eating certain foods, and understanding that you can eat what you want when you want it. It doesn't have to be healthy, it doesn't have to be unhealthy, but you have to take that kind of faith towards yourself and your ability to choose the food. Choose your food based on how it makes you feel, how it tastes, and really, especially during these holidays, we want to be able to enjoy the food that we're having with family, enjoying the company, the moment, the atmosphere, knowing that you can have as much food as you want, taking the time to listen to your body and the feedback that it's giving you. Maybe you want a little more, maybe you stop there, maybe you take a break. Listening to your body is really going to help you have a healthy relationship with food during the holidays. Point number 4 is to challenge the food police. Now, the food police is the one that tells you you shouldn't have that. That's good food, that's healthy food, that's bad food, that's unhealthy food. You have to take off the morality meter off of food. Food is not good or bad, it is simply energy. And energy is what keeps you happy, what keeps you energized, what makes your skin look nice, what makes you have a smile. And so you need that energy. And understanding that you're feeding your body with love, that you're allowing yourself to have what it needs, is really going to bring peace to your body, peace to your soul, and allow you to enjoy the holidays. So you kind of got to challenge that food police and say, hey, why do I think this is bad? Maybe you think you have a history with diets that made you think that certain food was bad, but it isn't. You can trust your body to be able to digest it, and as long as you're present and in the moment, everything with your body will be fine. Point number 5 is respecting your fullness. Now, I think that it is super important when we're eating during the holidays and spending our time with our families to kind of take moments to pause in between our meals and recognize how our body is feeling. Is it still hungry? Is it full? Is it full, but maybe you want to have a little bit more of something? Allow yourself to have that and respect your body for what it wants and what it doesn't need. And really don't set rules for yourself, because that's not going to help anyone. Just understand that your body is not some sort of machine that has these protocols to follow. Just understand that your body can tell you when it's ready for more food, when it needs a little break, and so respecting your fullness is a very important step. Point number 6 listed here is to discover the satisfaction factor. Something super, super important for you to do while you're eating your holiday meals and any meals, as I've said, is to really make having food an experience. Try to focus on, obviously, the experience of being around other people. And maybe this year it's a little different because we have maybe just our families, a smaller group of people, but really try to make it an experience with how your food tastes, what it smells like, what it feels like. And understanding that is really going to allow you to, 1, be present, but 2, realize that it doesn't take so much food or big amounts of food to decide that you've had enough. Now, that doesn't mean that you should have little amounts, or that if you feel like you want to have more, that you shouldn't have more, but really making each bite an experience, and allowing yourself to have that satisfaction from that experience, because it's what it is all about. It's enjoying that loving and comforting warmth of food, especially during this time this year. 2020 has been crazy, and so allowing yourself to kind of relax into the experience, and to encourage those around you to do so as well, and to enjoy the blessings that you have, really with gratitude. Now, point number 7 is listed in this paper that I have here, and I think that this just applies to any time, not just the holidays, but it is to honor your feelings without using food. What this means is that find ways to comfort yourself, to nurture yourself, to kind of discover yourself without using food. You don't have to eat emotionally, and if you do find yourself eating emotionally, that's okay. Realize that and take the moment to kind of explore within yourself why you may be feeling a little stressed, so you're eating a little faster, or you're feeling a little anxious and maybe you don't feel like you want to eat. So take the time to acknowledge those feelings, to take a pause if you need to. Maybe the company is making you feel uncomfortable or whatever. Take a moment for yourself and really honor your feelings without shoving them down. Point number 8 is to respect your body. It's really hard during the holidays and again during any time of the year to respect your body if you're super unrealistic or overly critical about how you look and how you see yourself in pictures or in the mirror. So really have a love for yourself. And sometimes it's hard. It's hard to accept and really find love for yourself. But something that I learned as I joined an eating disorder group my first semester at BYU was to have self-neutrality, or have a neutral relationship with your body. Maybe it's too hard to bring yourself to love yourself or your body, but having a neutral experience with your body. You don't hate it. You're not to the point that you love it, but you just accept it. You understand that this is where you are at today, and allowing that thought and that mentality to build up in your mind is going to allow you to reject that diet mentality and say, I accept my body. I'm not to the point maybe where I love it. And right now I do feel like I've reached that point, but maybe you're not there, and that's okay. You can just accept it and accept that this is where you are today, that you don't have to be perfect, that you're learning to trust yourself, and that as you continue to trust yourself and take those actions to kind of show yourself more respect, as you do that, that love is going to grow, and maybe you'll start to like your body, to love your body, and to share that joyful energy with others. Now, point number 9 mentioned in this paper is exercise. Now, for the holidays, I know a lot of people try to this week I'm going to exercise super hard, burn X amount of calories, and do a whole bunch of things to try to make up for whatever I'm gonna eat Thanksgiving Day. And that is a very common mentality, to try to exercise to make up for something. But what I've learned is, believe it or not, that's a form of purging. It is a purging behavior. Anything that tries to compensate for what you've eaten, what you're gonna eat, anything like that is a purging behavior. So understanding that exercise is not bad, that exercise is good, and it can help you have energy and that light, and it can allow you to feel vibrant. Understanding that it's okay to exercise, you don't have to feel bad for it, but I think it's super important to explore the reasons why you're going to exercise. And exercise should always come from a place of love or self-respect, a place where you're doing something because it makes your body feel good. It makes you feel good that you're energized. It makes you feel excited, and you're really taking the moment to listen to your body, just like you should when you're eating. You're listening to your body. Maybe you don't need to do tons of cardio or run 6 miles today. You just need to do some yoga or some stretching, or maybe you don't do anything at all. You take a walk. Anything like that, you need to listen to your body. And I think especially after Thanksgiving Day or Christmas Day or any of the holidays, or any day where you feel like maybe you overdid it a little bit and your stomach feels a little bloated and you feel a little full, don't push it. Don't try to wake up the next morning and do a bunch of HIIT training and whatever you want to do to try to compensate for whatever you've eaten. Really take the time to say, hey, I nurtured my body, I respected my body, and yes, I feel a little full, but it was a good experience. And maybe find something that will be soft and gentle exercise, and something that will make your body help it digest, and something that will bring you joy and energy. And then point number 10, which is our last point, is to honor your health and consider gentle nutrition. And I'm actually going to read what it says here because I think it is so important. It says, make food choices that honor your health and your taste buds. You don't have to eat perfectly to be healthy. You will not get a nutrient deficiency or gain weight from one snack or one day of eating. It's what you eat consistently over time that matters. Progress is what counts, not perfection. So many times I know from myself, I got caught up in this thing of if I have that, that's gonna throw me off, and and I was feeling like I was eating this perfect diet, this perfect food, but really it was imbalanced because you need those things. You need a little dessert sometimes. You need carbohydrates, protein, all the different food groups that allow your body to have that energy, that fuel, and especially during this time where right now I live in Utah and it's colder, there might be some snow and things like that. Your body needs those extra calories, that extra warmth to allow you to keep moving, to have that energy, that radiant energy. And so I think it's super important to, yes, honor that you do like to take care of yourself. 90% of the time you do eat healthy, you eat foods that give you energy. But it's okay honoring that sometimes you can have those foods and it will be completely fine as long as you keep listening to your body. So consider the nutrition factors and the things that you do know that make you feel happy, but don't feel deprived and don't feel like you need to follow this perfectly all the time, because perfection is not in this life. We can only keep progressing and moving forward and making decisions that bring us joy and allow us to experience that joy with those around us. So with that said, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope that it can be helpful for you in these holidays, this holiday season, and I hope that you can share it with others so that they can find peace with food during this holiday season, so they can enjoy their meals, their time with family. And I hope you guys stay safe and stay healthy during this time, and happy holidays. Thanks for watching.